Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new review. Behind us is a new Volkswagen Taigo. This is the style package. We're gonna check a little review, exterior interior details. I did make a full in-depth review of the style package in the salon. This one's a little bit different packed, so I'm gonna show you a little bit of the infotainment as well. So without further ado, let's just jump into the review. Welcome, here's the new Taigo style package. You can see style package has some chrome details, chrome roof racks, at least here in Croatia, but I think this should be more or less same in the rest of the Europe. Here's the key just to cover it, classical Volkswagen key, lock, unlock the cargo space. It's a grasshopper style physical key. You can of course spec keyless entry and get a different key fob. This is kind of funny, I have this key on my Skoda Octavia 3rd generation as well. Okay, unlock. You can see that the top daytime running lights turn into turn signals. These are matrix LED headlights, definitely recommendation. I'm gonna do a full test of them outside the city in pitch black in my night point of view review, so subscribe to see that. And what I really love about this is the daytime connected light in the grille. It's a really cool detail. If I come a little bit closer, you're gonna see all the details, but I did cover this in the salon, so I'm going to be brief here. These are the matrix LED headlights. You have the IQ lights saying there. You have the lens and the projector. It's a little bit dark, so you really can't see that, so you can see that better in the salon. And this is the daytime running light. I'm going to switch it on later. The fogs are also, I believe, LED. Big intake on the top through this gaps, and a little bit on the bottom. Volkswagen badge is the radar for the cruise distance and emergency braking and so on. What I do love about Taigo is it looks really nice design wise, has this nice creases, nothing too aggressive, but it's elegant. It's gonna be occasional traffic, but the regular audience already knows this. Don't worry, I'm far enough from the road if there's any traffic. What I do love about the Taigo is it's a crossover, feels like an SUV inside, but inside it also feels exactly like the Polo because it does share a lot with the Polo. And I love this plastic bumpers on the style. You get it in silver bottom there on the skirt because it's good for this kind of surface if you're going a little bit off-roading. Alloys, these are, if I'm not mistaken, 17-inch alloys. I saw somewhere the labeling, but they did turn the wheel. I'm gonna find on the other tire. Oh, actually, it's here. So it's 205/55 R17, and these are winter contact TS 870P Continental tires. A very good winter tire. Although we have a mild winters, this is definitely a good winter tire. It's definitely a recommendation. Also, not too much noisy. You get the discs on the rear. So this is the 110 horsepower petrol. It's a 3-cylinder and turbocharged inline, and it has a 7-speed automatic DSG. On the rear, gorgeous connected LED taillights. You can see the turn signals. Again, style has this little chrome details, and I really like the style package. I think it's quite nice. If you want to go for the R line, get colored bumpers on the rear. Very practical cargo space, just to put it in the frame. So as you can see, very accessible. You can put a fire extinguisher on the left. You have a warm light over here, and there's 4 to 5 fingers of height, and then you have this bottom. You can use this stoppers to hold it there, so you can see you get these are actually carpets here, but you get a spare tire, and for the Croatian audience, this is the Spec. You pause and read, and the price, I'm going to put it in euros. Now you can lower the shelf down to a lower position. All the carpets are in the way, but then you would get another 5 fingers of height. So you can do this easily with one hand, but it's also manageable with more easily with two hands, but it's also manageable with one hand. Seats knocked down 60/40, no middle opening unfortunately. Just like on the Polo, you have those anchors on the rear. On the top, you have the emergency triangle. You can unlock from the inside, pushing by to the side with a key, for example, and you have this rubber stoppers. You can remove this if you want to remove the top shelf and use the little space on the top. And you can put an umbrella here, so it's practical. You have LED lights for the license plates, but more of that you can see in my night point of view. Before I forgot, just to show you, this is the petrol. When you fuel the car, you can put this here so it doesn't flop here. Scratch your clear coat. Now, I really like the car. Look at this. It just looks so good. Now let's head inside. My battery is kind of low and I forgot my cable. Solid opening and closing sound, better on the front. Doors could open a little bit wider. I think it's manageable to put a child seat in here. There's no covers anymore. Soundproof is quite good. I would say it's exactly the same as the Polo, despite being a little bit taller car. 130, it's okay noise, and the cabin, once you exceed that speed, it's quite noisy, especially at 150. There was some kind of whistling sound next to the B-pillar, at least at this particular car. You can put a key here, push it to the side, lock from the inside. Hard plastics even here, they kind of cheapen out on some parts. No carpets here, but it's all robust. You have automatic windows tinted. You can see Roman 5 means this is a factory tint. These are textile seats with a leather combo, so they look quite fancy. With a little carbon fiber imitation, and this pattern, it looks okay and really nice. Looks like they've kind of used the space here and here to maximize your comfort. You can open this. It doesn't push automatically because it doesn't have the rear opening, but it does have the seatbelt aligner, so it won't be in the way. And this is flat, so that's good. And have this little ear here, so it holds the buckle so it doesn't go all the way down. I'm gonna jump inside. So I was sitting on the front, 2 meter tall. I was quite comfortable, so have that in mind. I would have more knee space if an average person was sitting in the front. Rear door closing one more time. There's a kind of rattle sound, to be honest. And over here we have nice pockets, plenty of feet room, despite the seat is in the lowest position. Again, if someone average was sitting, I would have more knee room. So this car is pretty spacious when you consider that I'm a super tall reviewer with 2 meters height. USB-C's on the rear for fast charging for your mobile devices. Transmission tunnel is a bit taller, but in the narrow zone. And it's quite comfortable. The seats are comfortable, especially in the winter. Nice cloth. Have long windows, good overview on the rear. Have physical switches and LED lights. You can press here to adjust the front headrest, and you can adjust the rear ones as well. And 2 meter tall person, sloping roof. I am touching, but if I was like 190, I would have definitely plenty of roof. My hair would be touching. But if you're an average person, like let's say 175 centimeters, then you would be really okay in this car. B-pillar, you have the third hook, and you can adjust that. For some reason, Polo and Taigo don't have these. Even the Fabia has it, but for some reason they removed that. Yeah, I don't know. It's like not even worth commenting. This is also kind of plasticky, if you look at that. It's gray on the front. Okay, let's get to the front where you're going to spend most of your time. And you can see the tint and no tint. And by the way, you can see blind spot in the left side mirror. And you can see those turn signals towards the driver. Yeah, if you get keyless entry, then you can touch from the inside and from the outside to unlock or lock. Volkswagen details on B-pillar, good closing and opening sound. And I almost kind of forgot, these are kind of metal finish, actually aluminium, and you have the little antenna. It's not a shark fin. They added a little wire for better reception, but someone can screw that and steal it, so that's not really cool. Front doors open quite wide, easier access. Their tire information, tire pressure information, excuse me, is here. More luggage, you need to have a higher tire pressure for stability. Front doors, also hard plastic. The dash is soft, so I don't mind this that much, but some people are going to be sensitive about this. Light flashes when the car is locked. You can unlock or unlock from the inside. This has a nice gray finish, unlike the rear, and soft touch material. This is kind of suggesting you're going to spend most of your time on the front, and on the kids, for the kids here, I don't know, they have plastic. If you have small kids, really doesn't matter, I guess. Folding mirrors, heated standard. These are some of the options now. You have standard, otherwise you would be paying for that, so maybe that's the reason they remove some stuff or cheapen out. All power windows you can lock for the rear, for the kids, so they cannot lower the windows. Decent bottle area. You can see my bottle, I forgot it over there. And seats are manual, up and down, tilt, lumbar, push up and slide back and forward. There's a little reflector vest area there. This one's automatic. And the materials, same on the front, looking nice and comfortable. Steering column is manual. Light switches. Classical Volkswagen light switch. Push it outside if you want fog lights. First one is both fog lights. Second one is both fog lights. First one is only front. Keep your lights on automatic, because if you do this and drive at night, everything is illuminated inside, but your lights are off. Your main lights are off. It's dangerous in doing that. Sorry for the bling bling sound. And again, this is dangerous without driving with your headlights off during the night, especially outside the city. So keep your lights on automatic. Look at the inside, and let's jump inside. Now, closing sound is quite solid on the front. Zoom out. This is the point of view, so there's going to be a separate video of point of view driving. With no talking, you can hear all the sounds this car makes and how loud or how quiet is the TSI. It's really good. Now, zooming back in. As mentioned, this is soft, so I'm going to be quick here. Get the digital cockpit. This is the upgraded version. This is same as the Polo, little gray finish and black finish, kind of looks elegant. Steering wheel, they've finally added some sort of texture to it. Let me just check here. Zoom out, zoom in. Apparently the camera has a little film grain after you switch from the wide lens. So the leather is on the smooth side, I would say. Although it has some texture. Flat bottom. This is the Volkswagen steering wheel I do prefer. Physical buttons. Here your cruise control and radar for the distance. Volume. Pages for the radio, and for the cockpit you have views and trip computer, voice commands. Of course, forgot shift ballast that no one uses. Classical Volkswagen turn signals, wipers, lights, and so on. Controls. Dash is soft. I like this in the style, this gray finish. It looks nice. I don't like piano black when it's too much. This car is a little bit on the top, and that is okay in my book. You have the hazards. You can see them in the driver mirrors, what we used in Volkswagen. Also soft, and then going hard plastic. This one's slowly opening. You get some sort of Volkswagen books. And decent storage area. You have the SD card slot there. No AC control. They kind of cheapen out on that one. You can put business cards, coins. This is kind of plasticky, but it's okay. I wish they added maybe a carpet there, but at least not that plain cheap plastic that some other car manufacturers use. Screenings on the top, so your eyes are closer to the road. AC vents are below, and then you have this well-designed layout, but horrible touch-sensitive capacitive buttons. Okay, they're not really that horrible, but some people prefer physical controls like I do. And some cars. And over here, I know it's ironic I own a Tesla as well, but that's way better solved. Okay, here you have USB-Cs, you have a wireless, excuse me, it's not a wireless in this car, it's an option. Charging pad in this car, though, you have the wireless Apple CarPlay. Start, stop, off, parking sensors, and look at this, there's no piano black, so that looks kind of clean and nice. And you have the automatic 7-speed. It's a nice new lever. It would be cooler if they put it a little one, like on the Golf. Manual handbrake. It's going to be a thing of the past in the future. And looks like Volkswagen is back to this smoking package, which is really unhealthy. But if you're not a smoker, you can use this as a trash. This has a nice rubber here, so it doesn't ding, and it's kind of like cup holders, sort of. This is rubber inside, and you have this little extensive but no levels armrest, decent space inside. It's a nice carpeting, so I wish they used maybe this on the glove compartment, maybe some carpeting on those pockets as well. And this is kind of semi-soft. It's not really that soft. Seats, again, very comfortable. And to switch to myself, using this little mic because maybe better sound. Plenty of headspace for a 2-meter tall person. And excellent overview. Again, check the point of view driving. Good overview through the mirrors. And if you need to check your blind spots. 8 pillars, you have the speaker there. And privacy mirror, a little bezel, it's okay. LED lights, physical controls, emergency buttons, service, and so on, road assistance, rubber here. And this is gray, and the R line is will be black. Documents holder, privacy mirror, you have the LED light that's consistent on the interior lights. And close this up, it shuts off. This doesn't extend, this area is not covered, unfortunately. Most cars don't have that, but I would like them to have this. How did this open? Is there a ghost in the car? I guess it didn't close properly. This is kind of opened. And sorry if I'm a little bit rushing. There's a full slower review if you want that, but just limited with the battery. So let's put the key inside. Now you can press this one when the car is off. If you want to turn on the infotainment, you have the welcome Volkswagen. Gonna put this one inside there. Kind of slow. Okay, there we go. So Apple CarPlay started, but it kind of interrupted my video. So I'm gonna switch to wide lens once more so you can see all the lights. So they're white, and something I like in Volkswagen. Now ways, it's kind of, we're in the shade now, so usually this has a white theme. Now it's a dark theme. There's a parking light sensor on the top here. What am I saying? Parking sensors. Okay, this is what happens when you kind of rush it. Digital cockpit, this is the upgraded version. You can see in the salon there's a car with the base one. I think this is way better. You can have views here with this additional information, or the classical one, and then you can press here. You can switch to audio, phone, have a good journey, driving data. Then if you go up and down, here you have speed, oil temperature, trip, consumption, overview, range, convenient consumption. I like to have it on the speed there. And if you zoom back, become closer. So decent graphics, I would say, and it's pretty cool. Back to this infotainment. Now, I think there's even lower infotainment, but I think in the salon they kind of spec this one with the 2 knobs. You can have one with touch options, I think, with a bigger screen, but this is pretty decent. Now the camera might be a little bit fighting. The graphics on this one is okay. From the eye distance, I think in the Polo it felt a little bit sharper, as my memory serves me. Navigation wasn't purchased, but this is again wireless, so standard. and have the hand gestures, quick controls, quick pass. You have here settings for the languages, assists. You have the lane, cruise distance, driver monitor system. I've covered this in full, so I'm not going to be detailed. Here you can play with the sound and where it plays, bass, middle, treble. Let's play some radio. So I can't play it for too long and I have to mute this because I don't want to get a copyright strike and lose my ad revenue. Over here you can mute this, so if I want to mute it like this, OCD people will want this straight up, but it's kind of tilted. There's shortcuts here, so you can have this pull down menu, and it has software updates like minor bug fixes. It's over the air now, I believe, but you have to use your own data for that. And radio sources are, you can have stations here, sources, FM, DAB, internet radio, Bluetooth, and that should be USB-C as well on the bottom. So that's kind of quick overview. And then Apple CarPlay, have Waze. It's pretty responsive when it's wireless. When I'm using the cable, it's really laggy when I'm trying to film that. So there you go. Waze is excellent. It just looks good. So of course you can use Google Maps if you want that. It's just a personal choice. And this is the second generation, so you have this split screen. You can have that, or full screen. It's kind of lagging, I do believe, because of the phone is used as a camera. And just a little add-on that I wanted to maybe show is when you go to vehicle, you can see consumption is getting better. I'll do full consumption test, a night point of view driving, and full review. So digital cockpit, you can have the classical view here. You can have this one or this one. Of course, you can customize these by going here up and down, but I like to have it on classic. And once you go to reverse, the right mirror dips. On the bottom, you have this little light. USB-C's illuminate back and front, and you have the touch controls for the vents. You can put it on automatic by pressing here. So this is why I don't like it. This should go yellow. Like, let me see here. Oh, it's auto now. Okay, I might be wrong. I thought it was different. You can sync here, so it's a dual climate zone. Close the air circulation. Turn off the AC. Defrost the rear. Max blow. But we don't want to use that. And you can see here the fan speed. So it's a nice layout. You can control here where you want the air blow, and you can turn it off. I hope that was visible, because I hope the camera didn't focus on this. And yeah, that was it, sort of. And before I wrap it up, you can see the ambient lights here on the front of the dash extending to the doors. Unfortunately, they are not available on the rear. And that was it. That was kind of quick, maybe personal record. You have the travel data over there, and I'm gonna exit the car and show you front bonnet and wrap it up. I'm feeling I'm missing something, and it's the key. Okay, I'm gonna leave the key here. I'm not gonna freak out. We're gonna show you the LED lights as well. So this is the bonnet. Oh, it's nice and warm. And you have the sound insulation on the petrol. You have to use the little leg. So this is, again, 3-cylinder turbocharged, inline 1.0 TSI with 110 horsepower. Let it drop. It doesn't have to be too tall, so it closes nicely. And there you go. You can see the daytime running lights. Look at this. I really like the connected lights. It just looks a little bit mean from this angle, and it looks so good. Now I set the leaving home to 30 seconds so you can see the LED taillights as well. I love this connected LED taillights. They look 3D just like on my Tesla. I really love this. The camera doesn't do it justice. It looks a little bit pinkish, but it's more like a red. And it looks freaking amazing. Those are the details I love on the cars. If you turn on the lights there, actually, I don't think I'll have to use the key. Sure, I've misplaced in my pockets. Actually, no, I left it inside. Okay, ignition on. I'm gonna turn the fogs as well for you. So you can see there, fog lights, only one on the left. And LED fog lights on the front, white LEDs, and you can see the main matrix headlights. You can see the top part of the daytime running light will turn into a turn signal. Let me put those on as well. This is in fact now an in-depth review. And there we go. You can see everything turned on, even in the side mirrors. And that's the new Taigo. So everyone, thank you for watching. Be a cool person, smash the like button, leave your comments below. How do you like the new Taigo? And if you want to see more, feel free to subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. Click the little bell to get notified when I upload new videos. And as always, I'm going to see you in the next one. Stay safe at home and on the road. Bye.